The incidents of computer crimes have increased over the years. Thanks. Explain. Define each of the following computer crimes: software piracy, illegal copying and selling software. Spoofing is pretending to be another person for ill-gotten gain. Ill-gotten is a nice, phrase people love to hear, like, you bad person. Spamming is sending Nigerian print emails, sending unwanted emails to the inboxes of people regularly. Right, okay. Sita spends many hours a day on the internet where she does most of her shopping and banking. Her friends are concerned that she may be at risk of identity theft and computer addiction. To help Sita understand her friends' concerns, explain each of these risks and how she may become affected by them. Alright, let's go with identity theft. There's a part B. Identity theft. A person's online credentials observed, used to create fake accounts, and they lose access to their genuine services, such as online banking and online shopping. Computer addiction. A person sees the need to always be on their computer doing things that bring them joy. But it may actually be harming them in the long run. Yeah. Formax, yeah. We get on Formax, easy. Formax is good. For each of the risks identified, state one action that Sita can take to minimize risk. Identity theft. Identity theft. What can you do to prevent identity theft? Identity theft. Use a VPN. So it will scramble information. Computer addiction. Make friends. See a counselor. Let me see if 95% of the children in the Caribbean said make friends. B part 2. In many instances, candidates indicated that identity theft was the stealing of one's identity or stealing of one's personal information. Candidates' responses show that they were unaware that identity theft involved using a person's information to impersonate them. In terms of computer addiction, candidates stated that this is when individuals become addicted to a computer, spend many hours on the computer. It is also observed that many candidates gave responses such as, "Stop shopping on the internet."
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah, they are. Well, you know, they basically say, hey, if your hand causes you to sin, cut it off.
Right, I guess so.
Alright, cracking and hacking. Distinguish between each of the following pairs of terms. Now, this is my problem in life. It had nothing like cracking on the syllabus. Nothing.
I know, just ask what.
Not one mention of the word cracking. I have no idea what the idea of cracking is. Hold on. Let me double check. Let's see if I can find the word cracking inside the syllabus. One last try, because you know I could be wrong. Computer risks, including internet and network attacks, unauthorized access and use, hardware theft, vandalism, software and information theft, system failure, defective devices, software glitches or bugs. Health and safety risks, including repetitive strain, disaster recovery plan, including backup, uninterruptible supply, passwords, blah that. Nope, there is no mention of the word cracking. Actually, do you have mention of the word hacking? They just have risks. Oh no, they have hacking. For example, threats posed by cracking. Nope, nowhere. Cracking. Propaganda, computer fraud, industrial sabotage, viruses, malware, electronic eavesdropping, cyber terrorism, hacking, identity theft, spoofing, phishing, hardware theft, vandalism, piracy, information theft, spam. Nope. So what is the difference between cracking and hacking? There were many cases where candidates defined cracking as hacking or vice versa. You lie. Is to attempt to solve a password with brute force attacks. So you could crack the password, I guess. Hacking is the unauthorized attempt to access data and information from a computer system. Hardware and spyware. Hardware You know, they didn't have hardware on this. That's not what we should make sure they have hardware here too. Malware, spyware, hardware. No, they don't have those words here either. They have spyware, but they don't have hardware. I find somebody should actually. Nobody should do anything. We should just appreciate that. But yeah, they have nothing about hardware. Because nobody like teaching hardware. Hardware is software that comes bundled with legitimate software. You install. Spyware is hidden software that steals your information and sends it somewhere bad. Yeah, bad. Farming is creating a fake server for people to log into. Phishing is sending a fake link for people to click on and blindly share their credentials. Yeah. Blindly share their credentials. How does the difference between those two? Here we go again. Jeez, it's more. Alright, Caribbean countries are prone to various natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, and flooding. These pose various risks to information technology systems. Identify 3 risks associated with natural disasters. Flooding. Flooding. What's another risk?
Incineration from volcanic eruptions.
Let's see, fire. Flooding of super.
Not the same thing.
Of super rooms. Fire, burning backups. And rubble falling
That would quick.
on computers. Right, so they went through risk associated with natural disaster. They didn't want the natural disaster. I could see them. Yeah, look, if there's some kind of misinterpret the question and identify different types of natural disasters. So it can just be like flood, earthquake, and fire. Yeah, let's say what will happen. Pretty tricky. For each risk identified, explain how an organization may reduce the risks for part 1. elevate the servers. So the water level would have to be high. To reach it. Next one is put backups in a fireproof safe. Next one will be rubble falling on computers. I don't know, place them in a cage. In a cage that can take the impact. Organizations periodically change their computers and other hardware as they become outdated. State the reasons why the disposal of hardware may be a challenge for organizations. The hardware contains harmful chemicals that can seep into the soil and waterways if disposed of improperly. Describe 2 strategies that may be used by organizations to assist with the disposal of hardware. I don't know, recycle. Alright, here I was going to say recycle by sending the devices to a certified tech recycling company. Second strategy would be to find other organizations to take your trash. That may be able to use the hardware. Example, a school that is poor in a lab to do basic tasks. Honestly, the second answer for this real hard because like 2 strategies that may be used to assist with the disposal of hardware. There's only one way to dispose of the hardware, which is recycle it. Like what else you're gonna do? Tear it apart yourself and look for all the metals.
Useful components, yes.
Yeah.
Iron, scrap iron.
Yeah, look for the useful components and reuse them. I guess maybe not. Alright, what we saying here? Oh, I think I remember I was saying that there was a question where they had a picture like this. Figure 2 below illustrates suggested seating and position on equipment on a computer. Explain the purpose of the foot support in the diagram and the potential effect on the health of the user if not provided. To ensure the knees, no, the thighs are parallel to the ground. Ensure the thighs are parallel to the ground and encourages proper circulation, which would avoid leg cramps.
But I feel like your feet had to be a lot higher for it to do anything, you know. Like when you think about it, what they're doing at that height?
It is.
Nice for style.
It makes the office look a little more ergonomic. It's the modern office. It have good feng shui. The image also illustrates that space should be in front of the keyboard to support hands during pauses in keying. Name and describe the ailment that can occur if that space is not provided. Name and describe. Wow, you gotta describe carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome. The explanation for carpal tunnel syndrome is a lot. There is a nerve that runs between the bones of the wrist, WRIST, and this nerve is put under pressure if it is not stretched. This causes a lot of pain. Full stop. Yeah. 3 marks. Once you talk about the nerve that runs between the bones, yeah, that's cool enough. Explain how each of the following types of malware listed below affects the computer system and can be prevented from occurring. Virus. No, a virus doesn't replicate that much. A virus destroys or tampers with system files. It can be prevented by installing an antivirus. Trojan. A Trojan comes as an angel of light. Comes as a legitimate program, but when installed unleashes harmful viruses and malware into the system. A worm replicates itself and propagates. Oh wait, I didn't say about how it could stop a Trojan. Do not install unknown programs. Yeah. It can be avoided by not installing unknown programs. A worm replicates itself on a network and creates openings or other unwanted malware. It can be avoided by having a firewall. Alright, there is a growing concern in business with respect to safeguarding information assets. The Caribbean Bank has decided to develop an internet policy document because of the increased use of internet on computers in the bank. State any two information assets that would need to be protected at the Caribbean Bank. Account information, and salaries. You don't want everybody knowing your salary. Describe two policies that will be included in the Caribbean Bank's internet policy document. Policy number 1, use of social media sites would be prohibited because it wastes time. Then download using the internet. Okay, the internet, you shouldn't download any downloading any files should be prohibited as they can contain malware. Identify two other means by which the Caribbean Bank should safeguard its information assets. Backup and what else besides backup? Encrypt the data. Encrypt the data. Yeah, those will be two okay answers.